Arnold Mercado is best known to pageant enthusiasts as Mamaru. His passion for helping women reach their fullest potential continues to inspire pageant aspirants every day to do and be their best. Throughout the years, he has contributed to the success of beauty queens all over the Philippines with aces and queens and helped them reach their dreams of being crowned. He now is the general manager of Miss World Philippines and continues to be a ray of positive light to candidates and queens alike.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of In Love With Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who will share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Velasco, and for this series, our topic is passion and purpose. For this episode, we have an empowered man, pageant expert, and the general manager of Miss World Philippines to motivate us to take action. So without further ado, let's welcome the amazing Arnold Mercado. Hello, Mamaru.
Hi, Mafae. Thank you for having me here on your
Of course, I
show.
miss you.
I miss you.
I wanted to share you because you're such a great mentor to me. I admire you for what you do to women, to beauty queens and aspiring beauty queens. So I wanted to share to everyone who is Arnold Mercado. So please, Mama Ru, please share with everyone why you are the empowered and inspiring man that you are today.
Okay. Well, basically, I came from humble beginnings. Parang my parents were employees in a rural bank sa province namin sa Batangas, in Taal, Batangas. So, I really came from humble beginnings, but I'm grateful to my parents. They were able to send me to good schools. Modesty aside, I graduated with as first honors in elementary. Tapos, nung high school, I graduated valedictorian. Tapos, napunta ako sa UP. I was planning to take up medicine then. Gusto ko maging doctor. But sabi ko, ang tagal. It would take 10 years. So I ended up taking civil engineering sa UP kasi mas mabilis matapos. So, that time, nung araw naman, maybe until now, cheap lang yung tuition fee sa UP, di ba? So luckily nga, unfortunately for us, for our family, na I passed the UCAT. So napunta ako sa UP. Another option ko noon is to go to UST for my pre-med nga. But naisip ko, my God, sabi ko, parang ang tagal. So kawawa naman yung parents ko na magpapaaral sa akin. And cheap nga yung tuition fee sa UP. So I ended up taking up civil engineering sa UP Diliman. And I graduated with flying colors, as you might call it. Kasi I was invited by my previous corporate job or corporation, yung Philippine Shell Petroleum Corporation. They invited me, nung araw, ang uso pa na yung Telegram. Wala pa yung mga cellphone nung araw. So, it's not the Telegram yung app ngayon ha. Yung Telegram, as in Telegram talaga. They sent a telegram to me in the province. Tapos, inviting me if I want to join their company. And yun, nagtagal naman ako sa Philippine Shell. It was my bread and butter for so long. Tapos, until yung passion ko talaga on beauty pageants, bata pa lang ako, talagang mahilig na ako in beauty pageants. As in, nagtatago ako, nag-absent ako sa school para lang manood ng live. Nung araw kasi ang live Miss Universe, di ba? And Miss World, nagla-live din. So, minsan madaling araw, talagang gumigising talaga ako just to watch as just to catch the live telecast of those pageants. So, nag-absent talaga ako sa school nung nag-college na ako just to watch the live episodes of version or editions of those pageants. So, yun, doon nag-start yung passion ko on beauty pageants. Tapos, nung araw, yung Binibining Pilipinas, di ba, nung araw pa naman, may mga parade of beauties. So, when I went to UP na in college, I was able to watch yung mga parade of beauties. So ngayon, pumupunta talaga ako sa Araneta to watch the Parade of Beauties, and even yung screening, nagpupuyat, di ba, nung araw, Mafae, minsan hanggang wee hours of the morning, hanggang madaling araw yung final screening. So naghihintay talaga ako kahit wala akong candidate. Parang nanonood, I was just a fan then. So nanonood lang ako. And then one time, it was 2000, I think, time ni Nina Alagao. I saw direct Jeffrey Jutorian saw me. Sino ba to? Sabi ganyan. So nakipagkilala siya. I was able to know him. Then he introduced me to his friends, sina Direk Ses Evangelista, sina Boyet Blas, tapos sina Mama J, Jonas Gafford, si Tito Bronze. Yun yung start na nag-involvement ko sa beauty pageants. So, noon talagang wala. Sabit-sabit lang talaga ako sa kanila. Until dumating yung point na naging part na ang team pa that time, ang pangalan po, wala pang Aces and Queens that time. Ang pangalan pa ng group that time is Mabuhay Beauties. Based on di ba? Based on the website na Boyet Blas owns.
Blog.
Hi,
Blog
Boyet.
siya, di ba?
Oo. So, yun, doon nag-start. Tapos, I met you noong 2003 during the final screening. That's the first time I met you. Oo. Yun, doon na lang nag-start yung ano. Tapos, naging part ako ng group noong 2004. Tapos, yun, noong 2008, I think, 2008, we planned or we parang naisip to change the name of Buhay galing sa website. Yun. And ako personally, ako ang nakaisip ng Aces and Queens. Yun.
So, and you know, I'm always curious. So meaning to say, of course, it speaks for itself, Aces and Queens. So the Aces are, of course, you and the mentors. And the Queens are the girls, right?
Yes. So yung Aces actually is, mayroon pa yung parang acronym, ginawa naming acronym. Kasi ako, coming from UP, Tito Nad, Mama J, and I, we're all from UP. So, mahilig yung UP sa acronym eh. So yung Aces, nilagyan ko ng mga Aces. So, advisors, connoisseurs or consultants, experts, and stylists. Kaya nagkaroon ng pangalan yung Aces. And the Aces are the mentors nga. Yun yung mga mamas. And the Queens, of course, are the girls na nagjo-join ng ano namin, ng training namin. So yun, doon nag-start actually.
And you know, speaking of passion and purpose, it you know, your passion has paid it forward for you. I mean, did you ever think that you would be a general manager of one of the international pageants of the Philippines? Right?
No.
So, you know, how is the feeling? I mean, fast forward.
Okay. Not in my wildest dreams. Nung time na napasok ako sa group noon, it's just leading about my passion na magtuturo sa mga women. Fan nga lang ako dati. I started as a fan. Mahilig lang ako sa beauty pageants. So, dumating yung point na parang, okay, parang kailangan natin mag-train. So, lahat kami ng team members has to have his parang expertise. So, napunta sa akin yung personality development. So, noong una, kaming dalawa ni Tito Nad, parang 2-in-1 training, personality development and Q&A. So kaming dalawa yung partners
Q&A.
dito na, who is now a lawyer, attorney Nat Bronze. Kaming dalawa yung partners in crime, iba, ika nga. So sinasabay na namin yung Q&A at the same time, personality development siya. Tapos hanggang sa dumating yung point na naisip namin, let's separate na the personality development training and the Q&A training para makafocus lang talaga tayo doon sa fields of expertise natin. Yung time daan yung date or year training for personal development. Tapos, 2018, Miss Universe 2018, my good friend brought me to Bangkok, Thailand. And eventually, nandoon din pala, coincidentally pala, nandoon din si Arnold Mercado. And that time, parang na-mention niya na a good friend who's also a good friend of mine, si Bessie Besana, who used to be with Aces and Queens then, was the general manager of Miss World Philippines. And nag-resign na daw, or is about to resign. Signify na siya ng intention na he's resigning from his post as general manager of Miss World Philippines. So parang na-mention na casually lang, sabi sa akin ni Louie at saka ni ALV, I called him ALV, Sir Arnold, sabi niya, Mamaru, gusto mo ba yung interested ka ba sa position ng general manager? Kasi si Bessie, he's resigning na. Sabi ko, bakit hindi? Why not? At that time, I was already retired from Shell, from a corporate job. Tapos, I was doing nothing that time. So sabi ko, why not? Sabi ko, it's a milestone in my beauty pageant career, diba? So sabi ko, why not? At least papatakbuhin ko nga yung one of the national pageants in this country. So bakit hindi? So akala ko nagbibiro lang siya. But during my birthday in 2019, birthday ko mismo, March 27, he called me up. Hindi niya alam na birthday ko. Sabi niya, asan ka na? Bakit hindi ka pa nagre-report sa office? Ha? Sabi ko, ako na ba talaga? Yun. So, April 1, I assumed the position as general manager of Miss World Philippines. This is my second year as GM. Happy naman, very happy.
Yeah, I got to work with you during your planning for the Miss World 2019, and it was so much fun. I mean, I saw that you were in your element, and at the same time, all the girls, you were already used to having, mentoring girls who were trying to vie for a national crown. So, with that, I mean, from all the girls that you've mentored, what is the key, I guess, characteristic or personality or something you really let these girls know that they need to have to be able to be to succeed?
Okay, of course, first and foremost is their confidence. They have to believe in themselves before others can believe them. Diba? Kailangan believe ka sa sarili mo, so to speak. Hindi naman mayabang, but you have to have confidence kasi na kaya mong gawin lahat to. And secondly, yung determination mo. Kasi lahat naman tayo may failures in life. Kung the first time hindi ka nag-succeed, try na, like Pia works back, di ba? She tried for Binibini Pilipinas 3 times. On her third try, who knew na magiging Miss Universe pa pala siya? So, kung hindi siya nag-stop na siya on her first try, naging first runner-up siya, and she became contented with being a first runner-up, Miss Universe siguro, di ba? So, just keep on dreaming and work hard for your dream. Yun lang naman yun. Ako, sabi ko nga, I came from humble beginnings, pero I worked my my way up, kumbaga, bago na-achieve lahat ng mga kung ano man yung meron ako at kung ano man yung na-achieve ko in my own little way, talagang nagpursige ako to achieve everything. Yun. And thirdly, yung hard work mo. Diba? So, may confidence ka, may determination ka, and hard work. Yun.
And then, earlier you were saying that, of course, speaking of passion, the love that you had for the pageantry, you balancing your school and your work life and then giving back, because Aces and Queens and Mabuhay Beauties were all really, you were not getting paid to do what you were doing for the pageant industry. It was really for the love. And it's something that I feel as though maybe, yung positive karma went round in circle, and then all of a sudden now you're the general manager of Miss World Philippines. So, with that, building the community who really elevates women, young women, to strive to be a beauty queen, what is the most rewarding para sa'yo?
Ang most rewarding, not only yung may nananalo sa mga awards namin or sa mga mentees ng grupo, but maybe the most rewarding part is, alam mo yun, yung hanggang ngayon naaalaala pa ako ng mga naging mentees namin. Like you, hindi mo ako nakakalimutan. So parang ang sarap ng feeling na gano'n, di ba? Na oops, hindi pa ako nakakalimutan ng mga anak ko na to before. And secondly, yung nakita ko sila na not only in beauty pageants, na nagsasucceed sila in life. Kasi life doesn't end in a beauty pageant. Correct? Kahit mahilig ka sa beauty pageants, even if you didn't win in a beauty pageant, may buhay pa after beauty pageants. So, ang dami-dami ko nakikita mga naging alaga namin, naging mentees namin, naturuan namin na very successful sa buhay nila ngayon. And nakakatuwa na makita sila. They've succeeded in some other aspects of their lives. Hindi lang sa beauty pageant. So yun, yung mga ganon, sa akin na makita na successful sila sa lahat. Like yung Mafae, after Miss World, look at you now. Diba? You have your own company. You have a loving husband, you have gorgeous kids, loving kids. So, ang sarap-sarap ng pakiramdam na gano'n.
Thank you, Mama Ru. And of course, I can probably speak on behalf of the other women that we're grateful for you and, all the camps, all the mentors that just really would like to support us in our journey in the pageant industry. Because without you, then, it doesn't give us that, you give us that extra confidence is what I'm trying to say. And apart from our families, and of course, our close friends, having, let's say, Aces and Queens, even KF, or, even all the pageant fans just being there is such a blessing. Mama Ru would just come back. She just left accidentally. Oh, there he is. But we are here featuring such a man that I admire the most, a great mentor to a lot of women, a general manager, again, for Miss World Philippines, of course, the pageant I love most. And for whatever Mama Ru needs, I'm here for you. But, speaking with,
sorry,
naputol. It's okay. Speaking of your motivation, I know that you have your plate full, of course, now taking on a big role. How do you motivate yourself and inspire yourself through your daily works? You can even talk about when you work for Shell or the corporate life. How do you motivate yourself when you feel unmotivated?
I have, at the end of the day kasi, you have friends, of course. A lot of friends, a lot of mentees. I have very good friends. But at the end of the day, ang totoong nakakapagpalikas and nakakapagpamotivate sa akin is my family. I have two lovely nieces, now 19 and 18. So kung hindi ako nakapasok sa UST, they are now in UST. as first year and second year college students.
Hey.
So, pag unmotivated na ako or mababa na yung steam ko, naalaala ko sila. I always go back to my roots and to my family. Kasi, lalo na ngayon nagkaroon ng pandemic, I'm now in Parañaque and I'm staying with my sister here in Parañaque, the mother of my two nieces. She literally adopted me during this COVID-19 pandemic. So I'm now staying here kasi I'm living alone sa Mandaluyong.
Right.
So, kawawa naman ako kung mag-isa lang ako doon during 3 months yon and for this
Yes.
4th month na nandito ako. Parang, wow, mag-isa lang ako doon. So, sabi niya, Kuya, just stay here na lang sa amin, sa bahay. So, yun. Yun yung motivation ko actually, sa totoo lang, is pagka medyo mahina na yung loob ko or nagda-down na ako, I always go back to my parents, to my nieces, lalo na yung mga nieces ko. They are my inspirations, so to speak nga. So, parang pag yung totoo, yung genuine yung love nila eh. Diba? Kasi friends become and go, pero sila, up ka, down ka, andyan sila for you. At the end of the day, yung family mo will never leave you behind.
And that's so true. I mean, if we compare it to being in the pageant industry, alam mo naman, it's a lot harder right now kasi with their social media. So how do girls take that? And my advice always is just maybe don't read it. Just ask for advice for family. Sila talaga yung will tell you the truth, and at the same time it'll be like a constructive criticism instead of people that really don't know who you are. And speaking of that, mentoring girls, let's say, what would be your advice to them who really gets hit hard emotionally when all of a sudden they are there as a national candidate or a candidate for a contest, and then they didn't they were not ready to face all the criticism? What do you normally advise girls?
Okay. Normally, I advise all the girls na, yun nga, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, it's not the end of it all. Yung beauty pageant. Winning or not winning in a beauty pageant is not the end of it all. There's life after beauty pageants. So, you can focus on some other things. Probably, this is not your time or probably this is not for you. Ganun naman yung beauty pageant eh. May nananalo, may natatalo. This is a contest. And when you put another batch of or another group of judges in a beauty pageant, there will be separate set of winners, probably. So, di ba, may kasabihan tayo, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, baka, for me, pinakamaganda si Mafae Yunon. But for this other candidate, mas maganda si ganito. Di ba? So, wag nilang isipin na, oops, natalo ako this time. Hindi ako yung pinakamaganda o hindi ako ang pinakamagaling sa batch na to. Wag nilang isipin yon. It's just so that yung mga judges, hindi ikaw yung type. Mas type nila tong isang candidate. Di ba? So, yun nga, there's life after beauty pageants. So, yun yung lagi nilang isipin. This is just a phase in your life, but after beauty pageants, focus on some other things. And doon ka pwedeng mag-succeed and mag-enjoy sa buhay mo after yung beauty pageants. Diba?
And di ba, Mama Ru, the importance of really being on a stage like this or being part of I guess community is really how you treat others, because like you said, there's always life after pageantry. So if you treat people good, they will remember you regardless whether you got the crown or not. So that's something that I think a lot of the young girls need to understand, is that you have to befriend everyone. Don't feel like, oh yeah, okay, I'm beautiful, I'm maganda, this is mine, and then treat people bad. That's when then you're gonna really lose at the end, diba? How important is that for you?
Well, judging from my experience, dapat talaga sinasala namin yung mga contestants pa lang. Dapat na mataas yung percentage ng personality and yung character ng isang candidate. Sa totoo lang. Beauty fades. Lahat naman yan ng sumasali sa beauty pageant, maganda. They have their own type or kind of beauty. But yung character ng isang tao, ng isang person, yun nga, kung maganda ka nga, pero masama naman yung ugali mo or paldita ka, no, it will never gonna work for you.
Yeah.
Remember, you will be working for an organization like us, like sa Miss World Philippines. You will be working with us for, say, 18 months or more, depende kung saan sa results ng international pageant mo. So, why would we choose girls na we cannot work with or we cannot get along well with? Diba? So, gusto namin makita yung mga girls na magaganda yung ugali, yung madaling pakisamahan, madaling sumunod, hindi masakit sa ulo, hindi matigas ang ulo, 'di ba? So, at the end of the day, sabi ko nga, hindi lang beauty yan. Kailangan din maganda yung character ng person or your personality. That would count most.
Yeah. And you have to be transparent with that too. Because like with my experience, when I went in Miss World, there's a lot of, let's say, your supervisor. They're the ones that report to, the likes of the GM, like Mama Ru. So there's eyes and ears everywhere. So you have to make sure you're consistent, diba? Kasi if someone sees a bad side of you, it's gonna go around. People are gonna talk, and then there goes somewhat your chance, because like Mama Ru said, that's true. Beauty fades, but the personality and your character, that's what they really look for. And the works of a beauty queen is giving back and being an inspiration to others. So, you have to be genuine, diba? You have to really want to help others. It's not just, okay, I need a crown, I need a sash. No, it's not about that. So with that, I'm sure this is a challenging question for you, but what is your most memorable Miss Philippines or maybe international beauty queen that has won an international pageant?
Probably I can mention 3. First is Janine Tugonon. Kasi it was my first international pageant na napanood, yung Miss Universe in 2012.
Wow.
So, we were literally crying.
Oh.
Sabi ko talaga, she will win our Miss Universe nung time na yon, noong 2012. Pero, well, ayoko nang pero she ended up as first runner-up. They gave the crown to Olivia Culpo. So, yung tears namin, parang bumalik agad lahat. So, yun yung isa sa mga most memorable ko kasi nga, it was my first time, and yun nga, yung kala ko mananalo na, tapos hindi pala. Tapos, second is UK Megan Yang in Indonesia. All the 3 mothers ng Aces and Queens, Mama J, Tito Nad, and me, myself, were there when Megan won. So parang
wow,
'di ba? Parang ang sarap ng pakiramdam. Tapos nagkaroon kami ng side trip to some scenic spots ng Bali, Indonesia. So yun, this was really fun, and yun nga, bonus pa na nanalo si Megan.
Yeah.
And thirdly, of course, yung time na nakapanood din ako kay Pia Wurtzbach. Na when Pia won as Miss Universe in 2015. Ang saya-saya namin, of course. And may pang-apat pa pala, yung kay Kylie Versosa. Kasi I was the only one sa mga mothers na pumunta sa Japan.
Oh, really?
So parang I was able to witness the crowning of a Miss Universe, a Miss World, and a Miss International. Ako lang sa aming lahat ang naka-witness nung tatlong yon. May Miss Universe, Miss World, at Miss International na crowning ng Philippine delegate. So I'm so proud of those girls.
Ako pala yung missing sa pageant ko, Mama Ru. Hindi ka nanood kasi.
Oo nga. 2003, ang tagal na nun.
Okay lang. I'm grateful. But yeah, that's an amazing experience. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you were there for the 3 girls. That would have been such a, celebration, And I do remember you're an author also. You came out with the book, right? And I remember going to the launch. Can you share a little bit on how that started and what was your feeling on having a book being published?
Actually, it was the main author of that book is Mama J, Jonas Gafford. I forgot what's the title of the book.
Basta maganda na siya.
Sorry.
With Mama J
Sorry.
and the 3
Hey,
crowns
Mama
you
J,
mentioned.
Dito na. Oo. Parang may nag-offer kay Mama J if he can write a book essaying our journey, his journey, being a mentor to all these girls. Saan nag-start, parang ganito, saan nag-start, paano hanggang sa, actually hindi pa tapos. Jonas is of course the creative consultant of Miss Universe Philippines. Ako, nandun din si Attorney Nad, who is also busy with some other his legal work, of course. Tapos ako nga is with Miss World. So, alam mo, ang ganda nung naging transition namin from fans, all of us were pageant fans lang before until naging mentors nga, and now we're the ones na nagpapatakbo ng mga national pageants dito sa Philippines. So parang nakaka-proud sa totoo lang na kaming tatlo, si Mama J, si Tito Nad at ako, kami ngayon yung nag-lead ng mga national pageants, di ba?
Remember our meeting? I'm always so grateful for all of you to always have me in your community, even though now that my reign is past. I always I'm so thankful for you always supporting myself and all the other girls, and I truly believe in the good karma that has come back to you all. All that give back that you guys sacrifice the time to be there for the girls, to just give them your words of wisdom, to comfort them when time was hard or challenging, because it's like a roller coaster ride, right? It's like you're riding the ride with us. You're like holding our hand, and when the pageant night comes, you're the number one fans that are the loudest pa, and it's nice to see, it's something that a lot of girls need, because for me, for experiencing what I experienced, it's not easy, and if you don't have the great support group behind you, then, you're like going in blind, right? I mean, for me, as a first timer also coming to a national pageant, there's a lot of girls that want to become a Pia Washback, want to become Megan Young and Kylie Versosa. And you guys were the ones. You guys were the ones that paved the way for them or gave them that guidance. And, that's an international achievement. Like, parang ikayo na nanalo. Diba?
Correct.
And until now, of course, you're still mentoring girls, and of course, Miss World is put on hold at the moment because of the challenging times. But Mama Ru, please share if there's anything upcoming that we can look out for.
Sure. Mafae, before anything else, I would like to thank you. You're our very first Miss World Philippines. Remember that. You will always be the
Thank
first.
you.
Amongst all others.
Almost.
Diba?
Almost.
Sa group namin, ikaw yung unang-una. And
thank you so much.
Ang ganda nung, very proud kami sa'yo. And thank you for supporting Miss World Philippines. Nung first time na lumapit ako sa'yo, hindi ako nagdalawang salita. Diba? Na tumulong ka. You gave the personal development training.
Buntis pa ako, ha?
Oo.
Diba? I gave you good luck.
Judge ka pa.
Oo.
So, really, really, thank you so much, Mafae.
Of course, Mama Ru. I remember the title, The Crown. Oh, how can we forget?
Ayun! Sorry! Sorry!
Okay lang. At least we knew the content. So, we knew the content
Yeah,
of it.
sorry.
And I still have
Okay.
it. I have your signature there. O, di ba ako pa naghingi ng signature nyo? The tables
Thank you.
turned. Oo naman.
Anyway,
Go.
we're planning
Share
to
with
hold
us.
the Miss World Philippines pageant
Mm.
sometime in November. We're still finalizing the date, but
Okay.
we're looking at the weekend of November 7 or 8, or the
Mm-mm.
following weekend, November 14 or 15. Those are the 4 dates we are looking at. So, sana
Okay.
matuloy.
Mm-mm.
Sana matapos na tong pandemic na to. And
Yes.
I cannot announce it yet, but
Uh-uh.
there's a seventh crown na we're still
Wow.
negotiating. Yes, we're still negotiating.
Mm-mm.
So, natigil yung negotiations.
Of
We're
course.
supposed to have a press conference na announcing that
Mm-mm.
we acquired that international pageant. But,
Mm-mm.
na-put on hold siya. So, natigil
Mm-mm.
lahat. So, na-stop lahat. So, parang, oh my God. So, ngayon, nawala, nagkagulo-gulo na. So, we're still parang starting from step one.
Mm-mm.
So, we're negotiating now. We're renegotiating now. So, sana makuha namin. And
Mm-mm.
eventually, it will be a surprise to all of us. And it will be a welcome crown. Good welcome to Miss World Philippines.
Okay, there you have it, girls. Get ready. Mama Ru
Yes.
just announced that there will be a seventh crown for Miss World Philippines this year. So, Mama Ru, what can these girls prepare? I mean, they have a lot of time right now for the ones that are aspiring to join Miss World Philippines. What can they do? There's no excuses of taking care of their body and things like that. But from you
Correct.
as a great mentor from also the Aces and Queens before, now the general manager of Miss World Philippines, what should these girls do before applying?
Correct. Uh, of course, they have to prepare, as you said, physically, but the most important part is yung mental preparation nila. Dapat ready sila to face all the challenges, and kasi hindi madaling maging beauty queen. People look up to you, to all beauty queens. So parang ang hirap, 'di ba, na to level up. So lalo na ngayon, we need an international crown for the country. Para naman ma-boost yung ego ng mga kababayan natin. Maybe na cliche yung ano na yun, but pag may nanalo sa international pageants, for sure, malaking boost yon para sa moral ng mga kababayan natin. Secondly, dapat organic na yung, kasi alam mo naman yung Miss World Philippines and yung Miss Eco International, Miss Multinational, lahat parang we're focusing on yung mga may mga projects sila dapat organic naman. Wag naman yung ginawa lang nila just because they will join a beauty pageant.
Wow. Yeah.
So, these projects should be parang nasa puso talaga nila.
Uh-oh.
At they will carry on with these projects even after Miss World Philippines. Even if they win or not, na gawin pa rin nila. I mean, it's so nice to help other people, di ba?
Mhm.
So, kung may project ka man, like even a simple project na magtuturo sa street children or whatever, di ba? Magandang ano na yun magandang project yun, magandang paumpisa yun, lalo na ngayon sa panahon na to, kailangan natin ng pagtutulungan with each other. Especially now, na during this pandemic na everything is down, everyone is down, everything stopped. Literally, I was able to survive because na-adapt nga ako ng sister ko dito sa ano. But the one good thing is natuto ako lahat ng maraming bagay, ng mga gawaing bahay. I was able to learn how to cook, lahat ng klaseng luto, marunong na ako. Pagluluto kita Mafae minsan.
Yeah, sige.
Tapos, natuto na akong to do my own laundry, our own laundry. Wala kaming, yung manang namin kasi dito, stay out siya. So sabi namin, huwag ka na munang pumunta kasi hindi namin alam kung saan siya pupunta, di ba? Nakakatakot. So, we have to do our own laundry. Kami namamalengke, kami nagluluto. Lahat, we do everything now here. So, if there's one thing na this pandemic brought about, one good thing that this pandemic brought about is naging closer yung ako with my nieces, with my sister, nagkaroon kami ng bonding, at natuto ako sa mga gawaing bahay. Before kasi, even my, sorry to tell this, even before, even my aunt, I don't wash even my underwear, Mafae. Ngayon, wala, lahat, kailangan kong labahan.
Hey, that's the real deal right now, Lahat naman tayo kailangan, to level up on our skills on taking care of ourselves. Kasi, I think this is a refresh button. This is a reevaluation on how we can be better people in, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our loved ones. Mama Ru is a busy man with, being general manager of Miss World Philippines. But again, he shows his true character on making use of this time wisely. And I think that's very key. Like, your advice to yung mga girls na gusto mong sumali, use this time to really enhance your creativity, your advocacy. If you really want to join a beauty pageant, it has to come from your heart, di ba? Hindi lang pwede, nabasa ko to, ay maganda, ito na lang. No, kasi we will see right through you. We will know whether you're faking it. Especially when it comes to giving back. Kasi Miss World, most especially, is beauty with a purpose. So, kailangan, it's the true definition of what you love. Right, Mama Ru? So with
Correct.
Let me ask you a Q&A right now.
What
is your definition of passion and purpose?
Okay. My definition of passion and purpose is, literally or basically, living out your dream, and knowing what your real purpose is. Kasi kung ano yung, parang don't give up, don't lose hope. Kung ano man yung nangyayari ngayon, at kung ano man yung focus mo, ano man yung dream mo, balang araw na ma-achieve mo, paghirapan mo. Hindi mo ma-achieve ang isang bagay kung hindi mo to paghihirapan. And napaka-satisfying ng results kapag nakuha mo na yung dream mo na yon at pinaghirapan mo. At dapat palagi, sa pag-achieve mo ng dream mo na yon, dapat lagi kang may purpose in life. Bakit mo ginagawa itong isang bagay na to? Bakit mo ginagawa itong passion na to? Me, like for example, myself, literally, nagkaroon ako ng corporate job with Philippine National Petroleum Corporation nga. But at the same time, I didn't give up on my dream. I didn't give up on my passion. Habang ginagawa ko, habang nagtatrabaho ako, still yung passion ko for beauty pageants, andyan pa din. And dapat, alam mo dapat yung purpose mo in doing that. Alam mo dapat yung purpose mo sa pagtulong, genuine dapat yung puso mo, yung utak mo, yung kaluluwa mo sa pagtulong sa ibang tao. At bakit mo ba ginagawa yung passion na to? Hindi lang para sa sarili mo, kundi para sa ibang tao. Yun.
Tama! Winner!
Thank you!
So, guys, just to translate for the ones that didn't
Yes.
understand. Mama Ru was explaining on the passion and purpose for him is knowing your why, knowing why you're doing the things that you're doing. What is the meaning of your passions? Is it something that will elevate you, make you an inspiration to others? And also the works that you do, is it something that will help you grow as a person? Correct?
Correct.
So,
Thank you,
we,
Mafae.
oh naman, kasi alam mo naman, we have some, foreign viewers that
Okay, okay, okay.
respect you and are inspired by you too. So, yeah, lastly, before we wrap up, Mama Ru, please give your shout outs to possibly your family, friends, and even the Miss World Philippines fans.
Um, Hello to the Miss World Philippines fans. I'm sure, Mafe, ang dami naming bashers at totoo lang. Lalo na this year, I'm sure madadagdagan kasi we announced that the Miss World Philippines 2020 pageant will happen in December. That's their first announcement. But after we announced that, kasi we announced that kasi ang alam namin, first quarter of 2021 pa yung 2020 edition. So after we announced that, biglang may someone from the Miss World organization told us that they're still pushing for a December pageant. So, oh my
Okay.
God! So, yun yung isa sa mga criticism ng sa Miss World Philippines para daw na we don't have enough time to prepare the girls kasi pagkapanalo nila, aalis na sila in a month. Lalo na this year, after the crowning, malamang lilipad talaga na siya going to wherever the venue of the Miss World pageant. But ang akin naman, lalo na sa Miss World, if you're a genuine person, di ba, you don't need to have a long preparation. Kasi hindi naman yan, yung, alam mo yon yung modeling, whatever. No, doesn't, hindi ganun ang Miss World. Iba ang Miss World. So, and ito sa mga tip ko pala, when you join a national pageant, dapat, ito kasi yung ano namin before sa Aces and Queens, na you should be ready to compete internationally. You're training not only for the national pageant, but you're already training for the international pageant.
Yes.
So, pag nanalo ka, dapat ready ka na to be sent to somewhere. Kahit kinabukasan, lalaban ka na, pwede ka na. So, ganun lagi
That's
dapat
true.
ang mentality mo when you compete in a national pageant. Na ready ka na to compete internationally. Yun. So, again, my message to the Miss World Philippines fans, sana pagbigyan nyo kami. We're trying our best to make the pageant better.
Yes.
Our original plan is to hold the pageant earlier this year, July actually. Meron na kaming date, supposedly, in Araneta Coliseum. But, of course, dahil sa nangyari ng pandemic, we have to move the pageant back. We have to push it back. And until now nga, sana nga matuloy na kami by November. And then yun naman yung gusto talaga, yun yung plano talaga ng boss ko, ni ALV, to push through with the pageant in November. Para, kasi plano namin to a point na lang, kung talagang matutuloy ang Miss World in December, so ang plan namin is to just appoint someone to represent the country. Pero parang inisip namin, parang unfair naman yon na parang, di ba? Right. Well, somehow, parang unfair siya na, uy, ikaw na lang yung mag-represent sa Philippines without any competition na dinaanan. So, hopefully, we will be able to hold the pageant. May concept na kami, nakapag-initial meeting na kami, even prior to the pandemic nga. So, may concept na kami. Ang ganda-ganda na nga ng concept namin. Tapos biglang, oops! So, everything stopped. So, we were only able to go to work nung June 1. Nung na-lift na, yung nagkaroon na ng general community quarantine na pwede kami pumasok sa office. But of course, we're still practicing social distancing. And sa lahat, keep safe. Be responsible
Yes.
for your own safety. Kasi pag I'm the driver now ng sister ko, so I send her to work. I bring her to work almost every day, every other day. Tapos ako naman sa work ko rin sa Miss World Philippines, pumapasok din ako Monday, Thursday. So ang dami naming nakikita in the streets na parang, oh my God, are they still practicing social distance? Parang hindi sila natatakot na may COVID-19 virus pa. Parang wala nang virus. Pag nakikita namin sila, parang yun yung message ko siguro is be responsible for your own safety, for your own health. Kasi sa panahon ngayon, hindi mo masabi kung sino yung mga nakakasalamuhan mong tao kasi.
Yeah.
Every day, pag lumalabas, nandun pa rin yung takot namin. We're taking precautions na lagi kaming nakamask. Pag lumalabas, meron pa nga akong face shield. Tapos,
Shield.
correct. Pag umuwi ako, sa garage pa lang, inuhubad ko na yung mga clothes ko, binababad ko na sa soap and water. Tapos naliligo na ako kaagad. Para lang, ano mo yun, just to be safe. Kaya, yun yung pakiusap ko sana. Narinig ko an official, a government official the other day, parang, ganun, parang, wala na po sa government ang responsibility kung paano kayo makaiwas sa ano. Well, somehow, tama siya eh. Nasa atin na, individual person, kung paano kayo magiging safe. Kasi kahit na anong protocol, kahit na anong, kung gano'n naman kaluwag, minsan, sabi nyo, we should practice social distancing. Pero makikita mo sa ang dami-daming tao na magkakadikit, walang mga mask. So, kayo na dapat ang sa sarili nyo ang maging responsible for your own safety.
Yes.
Yun.
And I think, it just goes with just it's also taking care of others. When you protect yourself, you're helping others, either copy you or you're just protecting them from just being, safe, wearing the mask, the face shield, and, to the girls listening right now who want to join Miss World Philippines, there is an advocacy happening right now. I mean, if you can just share, the need of safety, just share your belief and what you read, to just educate others, because I think that's really the key right now. And, Mama Ru just said, it's our responsibility also. We can rely on, of course, our great government, but at the same time, they're not going to hold our hand every second of the day, tayo na yun. So with that, guys, you know what to do, you know what to prepare for the ones that want to join Miss World Philippines. I'm sure Mama Ru is more than happy to answer any questions. I'll post here his social media account, if you don't mind, Mama Ru. And perhaps if you just want, words of wisdom, advice on how to join a pageant. It doesn't happen to be this year. Maybe you are planning for the future. Mama Ru is an expert. She's been in the industry for many, many years now, and as general manager of one of the biggest pageants or title that we have in the Philippines. So he knows what he's talking about. With everything that is said here, guys, the three things that I love that Mama Ru shared is, you have to have confidence. Without confidence, wala ka na, talo ka na. So you have to build that confidence, and knowing your passion, knowing your purpose is what builds that confidence. Yeah. And then being determined, having determination, and of course, working hard. And again, for the ones that want to join the Miss World pageant, regardless which crown you want, just prepare your advocacy, because everybody has one, whether it is taking care of your family, educating others, or really going out there and acting and sharing necessities that people might need. There's a lot of people that need a lot of stuff, and I see a lot of girls even from other pageants really going above and beyond. I mean, you don't have to compare yourself with them. There are other ways, because of course, again, safety is number one. So with that, guys, I want to be so grateful to Mama Ru, a ray of sunshine every time I am with him and chatting with him. So thank you for that. Thank you for loving me the way you do and all the other girls. And guys, Mama Ru does it, so you have to do it. Actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in this episode of In Love With Me. Love you, Mama Ru.
Love you, Mafae. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching In Love With Me series.